Hi guys, my name is Ryan Heath and I'm the current artist in residence here at the National Civil War Centre and Newark Museum, and I'm working as part of the Open Doors programme to create a collaborative piece of artwork with people in the Newark and Sherwood district, particularly around access to arts, education and engaging with the arts in general. So this lovely building is a bit of a maze, so we're going to go through. I'm going to show you whereabouts I'm based and you can come and visit me and we can have a little chat and look at what I've been up to. And here we are. And this is my studio for the next few months. So I've got the real privilege of collecting different objects from the collection and responding to them using my own practice. By practice, I mean my own art forms. I do quite a lot of different stuff. So I've worked with painting before, with sculptures, and then also a lot of digital stuff as well. So for this particular project during the residency, I'm going to be looking at making a video game with quite a few different groups of people. The idea for the video game is that it will be set in a flooded, futuristic Newark and Sherwood district. Now, I don't want it to be too doom and gloom. It's really important that when we're designing this digital world that we're going to make together, it feels optimistic and it feels like it's focusing on adaptability and how things might change, but also looking at the history of the area and its relationship with water and how that might inform that change. So over here we've got themes of waterway navigation, of early pioneers of navigation on the River Trent, the Trent Navigation Company. And then we've got how might that look in practice. So if there was a kind of unique visual language that these futuristic people had developed in order to help themselves navigate these new waterways in this flooded world. And then over here we've got a kind of fauna and flora section. We've got a few local plants as inspiration for what the kind of wildlife and the plants of the digital space might be. And then as we move on to some of the more man-made stuff, we've got quite a few examples of really tall structures that already exist in the Newark and Sherwood district, and just some rough ideas of how those might change and be adapted to this flooded environment. So there's lots and lots of really interesting things that we can pull from the area and change slightly to make things a bit more fantastical, interesting and futuristic. So the fourth section we've got is the people, the characters that are going to be living in this digital world and what they might look like, what their jobs might be and how they might have adapted to the new landscape. So this is a Newark smock and it's informing a lot of the costumes that we're going to be designing for these characters that are going to exist in the world. So we're taking traditional outfits and we're kind of making them a bit more contemporary or futuristic even, and trying to figure out what these people might look like. So all of this stuff we've got here will then be tied together and placed into a digital world, which will depict the waterways of a futuristic Newark and Sherwood. It's inspired by the Trent Navigation Company and the wider Newark Museum collection, and hopefully this project will explore the area's historical connection with water and forge quite an optimistic vision for its future. I'll be collaborating with local groups on all aspects of world building, from characters, buildings, boats, maps, plants, wildlife, you name it, we're going to design it. And I'll be running workshops to do that with various groups across the district over the next few months. Being an artist is a really life-affirming thing. It definitely keeps you curious about the world around you. It can keep you on your toes. You're often learning new things. You're learning to adapt with times as well. It also is very laborious as well. So there's a lot of quite painstaking work that goes into making art a lot of the time. But if you get over that, then it's incredibly rewarding at the end too. So my advice for young artists would be to fail and to keep trying Most people give up when they find something tough, or perhaps they're feeling like there's a creative block or something like that. If you have a passion for something, you want to be an artist and you're a creative person, you've got to push through that and keep trying, keep making, no matter what's going on. And that's my biggest piece of advice. So thank you so much for listening to me waffle for a bit. You can listen to me more if you fancy, or come and look at some of the stuff we're making. You can find me at the top of the National Civil War Centre on floor 5 from Tuesdays to Saturdays, and I'll be in there about 3 days a week. Typically those days are Tuesdays till Thursday. I can't wait to collaborate and to create with you guys. Keep an eye out for workshops, and you can also pop in at any time and have a chat with me when I'm in for those 3 days. So thank you very much.